Hey, let me tell you something I wish someone had told me a long time ago. Some people are born with the kind of energy that naturally wants to lead. Not in the I need to control everyone kind of way. I mean the kind of person who sees things clearly, moves first when there's a mess, and ends up carrying responsibility whether they asked for it or not. But the weird thing is, those same people often get treated like sidekicks, like the dependable helper, the reliable second in command, the one doing 70% of the work while someone else gets the credit, the praise, the raise. If this has been happening to you, first of all, you're not imagining it. And second, there may be a deeper reason you keep ending up in that role. Here's what I mean. There's this framework I've been studying. It's based on your birth date and time. Think of it like a personal map that highlights your natural tendencies, strengths, and the kind of roles you tend to get cast in again and again. It's not about personality quizzes or star signs. It's more like seeing the blueprint of how your energy shows up in the world. Now here's the part that blew my mind. Some people are wired with very strong leadership energy. Not loud, not bossy, but the kind that thinks 5 steps ahead. Spots problems before they happen, organizes chaos, builds systems, makes everything run better. And yet life doesn't give these people the leadership title. They don't get picked. Or worse, they get labeled difficult, too much, too intense, or too opinionated. Meanwhile, Chad, who just repeats whatever was in the morning memo, gets promoted to manager. You start questioning everything. Am I not as capable as I thought? Am I annoying? Maybe I'm just better as the support. No. What's usually happening is that you carry a type of leadership energy that isn't flashy. It's quiet. It's the kind people rely on without realizing they're relying on you. You're probably the one. Everyone messages when something breaks. You're the one cleaning up messes quietly. Even in situations you didn't create. You're the one people say they can't live without, but never think to reward. That's not a coincidence. Some people are literally built to lead, but because they don't look like the typical alpha leader, they get overlooked. That's something I saw clearly in my own map. And let me be honest, I messed this up in my own life like 3 times. I kept joining companies where the person above me wanted a yes man. Someone to just follow instructions, smile, nod, and not challenge anything. Meanwhile, I was like, hey, think there's a more efficient way to run this team? And they'd smile politely, but ignore me. Until 3 months later, my suggestion gets implemented, but someone else gets the credit. It happened so many times, I started thinking I was the problem, that I was hard to work with, that I should tone it down. But once I saw my own pattern, and I'm talking a real, grounded analysis, not vague fluff, it was like finally getting confirmation that I wasn't wrong. I just kept putting myself in rooms that weren't built for the kind of energy I bring. It's like, if you're a generator, but you keep getting plugged into broken sockets, you'll think you have the problem. But actually, the environment just can't handle your voltage. So what changed? First, I stopped forcing myself to be low maintenance, just to make other people comfortable. Second, I got really honest about what kinds of people and workplaces drain me, and started opting out early. It's like, thanks, but if you just want someone to nod and do as told, I'm not your guy. Third, I stopped asking to lead and just started creating my own stuff. A lot of people talk about stepping into your power like it's a yoga pose. For me, it looked more like I stopped waiting to be invited. If you're wired with strong leadership traits, chances are you'll only feel truly alive when you're building something of your own, or working with leaders who aren't threatened by you. You can't thrive in rooms where you have to dim yourself. And I get it. It's not always easy to walk away from a job, a team, or even a relationship that keeps casting you as the sidekick. But trust me, your nervous system will thank you when you stop carrying someone else's weight while pretending you're fine with it. If you're someone who keeps ending up in these sidekick roles, and it's draining the life out of you, you might be reading your own story in this right now. And honestly, that might be the best thing that could happen. Because once you see the pattern, you can stop playing along. This kind of self-mapping doesn't box you in. It's more like a cheat code. A set of clues about why certain doors keep closing while others fly open for people who seem less capable than you. And when you start working with your energy, instead of fighting it, life feels less like a grind less like trying to prove yourself in rooms that don't even want to understand you. This framework gave me words for stuff I've been feeling for years but couldn't explain, like why I get burnt out in certain dynamics, why I attract the same kinds of bosses, why some people trust me instantly, but never think to promote me. None of that's random, and while no system can hand you success on a silver plate, it can show you where things naturally click. And the minute you stop swimming upstream in the wrong pond, things get lighter. Anyway, if this hits something in you, you're not alone. If you're curious about what your own personal map says, how you're wired to lead, handle money, or why your relationships follow certain patterns, I'm sharing more like this on this channel. No fluff, no mysticism. Just real tools that help you stop making the same exhausting choices over and over again. So if that sounds like your thing, hit subscribe. And maybe, finally, you'll stop being the sidekick in your own story. Because honestly, you were never meant to be one.